Hello everyone, this is Brandon B207 here to do a quick review and comparison of the TRU release of Optimus Prime MP10, the newer, smaller mold version of Masterpiece Optimus Prime. And just to start off, he looks freaking amazing. I mean, the colors, everything about him is just really cool. He's just an awesome, really awesome looking figure. I like his head, eyes, everything about him. He's just a really cool figure. Really light. He's not real heavy. Of course, he opens up. He has the matrix in his chest. A couple of complaints I have about him is the hands. The thumb has no articulation whatsoever in the thumb, and the fingers barely move. As you can see, all of them move at once, and then you have the first finger. So that's it. That's the only articulation you have. Now the chest, I have a problem with. Did you see how the back panel stays closed on the chest when you try to open it up to reveal the matrix? This little panel stays shut, which it's supposed to open here, but it doesn't. I gotta pry it open later. I'll do it later. Really, other than those two complaints, he is really and truly a real nice figure. He just looks really good. The colors really bright on him. I mean, just really cool looking toy. You can find him $100–120 like TRU sell him plus tax. Buy him, run to the store, buy him now. He's worth every penny of it. Just really nice figure. He'll go well with anyone's collection. Rubber tires. Not a lot of die casting. I think just the feet, maybe a little bit of die cast, and maybe in the waist when you transform him. I haven't transformed him. I'm not going to. He's going to stay like he is on display. And let's get to the best part of it is the trailer, which the trailer is really cool. The trailer has rubber tires. Everything. Let me open it up and get the roller out the back here. When you open the trailer for the first time, it doesn't tell you an instruction, but lift up on this tab here, because you should have got the little tab on the door. It's really small, but it helps out tremendously if you lift up on it slightly, so you can open it up. Here's the little slide down, so you can put vehicles in there. And just to show a scale size right off the back, this is the I don't remember what version, revealed the shield, or it was in the combo pack with Cyclonus, the little version of Hot Rod. As you can see, his wing's just a little bit too big, but he fits in there. Oh, let me get Roller out first. Come on, Roller. Let's get Roller out of there. He just fits in there perfectly. You know, plenty of room. You can close it up, close the doors, do what you got to do. No problem whatsoever. Now, with that being said, I don't have Sideswipe yet. That tells me that Sideswipe, Masterpiece Sideswipe, it's going to be a fairly small toy. Here's another Hot Rod I have here in robot mode. Just want to do a quick comparison in size to Optimus Prime, which he's a little bit shorter. Sideswipe will be a little bit taller. Sideswipe probably be more like a alternator size when he's in robot mode, which is about a $20 toy, if y'all remember when alternators came out. That was the price of them. So, let me get back to transforming. And of course, Roller has a little port. Now, one thing I noticed too on here, I've had trouble with mine. As you can see, I don't have it tabbed in all the way. This little flap here. And the reason why I don't is because, I don't know if it's this one or all of them, when you tab it in, it is a pain in the butt to open. As you can see, it's kind of misaligned. I know it's hard to tell, but from the factory, it's really misaligned. It is really crooked. When it first came in, it was snapped in all the way like that, and that lines it back up. The problem I had was when I was trying to open it, I actually ripped this little tab off. It's just compression fit in there. It's no big deal. It's easy to put back on. But see, there we go. Came off again just now. Hardly any force. So just be careful. Eventually, it will wear the tabs out and it won't want to stay in place anymore. But anyway, his gun, you can put his gun in here, you can flip this around, hook the trailer up to it. The only problem with the trailer being hooked up to it is really heavy, and it tends to pop a wheelie. Nickname, Wheelie, I guess. Oh well, that's what I gave him the nickname. So I just tend to leave it kind of halfway pegged in like that, not all the way. And now for the trailer, let's open this baby up. Beautiful trailer, just beautiful. I mean, it's just an awesome, awesome, awesome trailer. That storage, as you see, I have Spike in there. Has the axe, has everything, has the little seats that fold up and down for Spike. You can fold them. As you can see here, both seats do it, and then you got Spike inside the canopy. Now, one thing, when I got this one, the joints were really loose on him. Like, I couldn't stand him up like this. If I tried standing him up, he would just fall right back over. I had to tighten up these screws right in here. There's two little Phillips screws. I had to tighten up both of those, and then the one on the top at the base. All three of those were extremely loose. And like I said, I tried to lift this thing up. It wouldn't stay. It'd just fall back over and collapse. It's still a little bit, as you can see here, it's still a little bit loose. See how he just kind of falls over on its own there. See? When I first got it, it was horrible. It wouldn't even stand up in this position. It would just fall over. As you can see, I got Spike in there. I'm not going to get into detail with him. I'm sure y'all probably seen other reviews. My whole deal when I do my reviews is I like doing size comparisons to other Transformers and, you know, things like that. And one more thing before I get too far along here. A little complaint. The feet. When I first got this guy out of the box, he would not stand up. He kept falling forward. So, see those screws in there in the feet? Those 3 screws? Both feet, I had to tighten them up. He wouldn't stand up. He just kept falling. The feet were so loose, I'd lift it up like this, and his feet would just droop down. They would literally droop down. Now, you see I got to use a little bit of a force. This joint is still kind of loose here, but it was just kind of a little bit upsetting that he wouldn't stand straight out the box. First thing when I went to stand him up, he just fell right over. Feet were horribly loose. That's one thing to watch out for when you purchase yours. Other than that, that's really about the only complaints that I have with him. As far as his feet goes, is that they were extremely loose out of the box. So, okay, there we go. There's Prime back standing again. Now, just for a little bit of a scale size on Prime's trailer here, what can fit in it. I'll show you one thing that is really cool here. I'll show you this is a G1 Optimus Prime. Hey, metal feet, a little worn out here, but you know, G1 Prime, Optimus Prime. He fits perfectly inside the trailer, and you can close the doors up. So if you got a G1 Optimus Prime vehicle mode, it gives you somewhat of a scale size of this trailer. It is just huge. Okay, we stick G1 Optimus Prime off to the side. Now, close up the trailer. Oh, let me get Wheelie back in there before I forget. Leave him out. My wife tends to get upset when I leave my toys all over the place here. One thing that's cool on the wheels here, whenever you open up to stand them up here, the little legs, when you extend it, they actually come down, as you can see in the video. See how it extends on its own, the little jack, and then it will go back up in place. And then these two here just fold up in place. Okay, done. Now let's compare Masterpiece Prime. There we go. See how he wants to fall over? Told you. I should have never messed with his darn feet here. He likes to fall over bad, but what I do is I cup his feet slightly. He's supposed to set them flat, but by cupping them slightly, on mine he tends to stand a little bit better. So he's kind of almost standing tiptoed, I guess. But like that, he doesn't fall over. If I put him another way, he wants to fall over. So that, and I got to turn his feet, his legs, his knee joints. As you can see, I twist him a little bit so his feet are kind of pointed a little bit, and that helps him stand up here. Okay, man, this video is getting on. Let me try to wrap this up here. Okay, Prime, MP10. Let's compare him to Generation 1 Prime. As you can see, big difference in size to Generation 1 Prime. Stick him over here. Here's the world's smallest little Nemesis version of Prime that I have here. You can stick him by his foot down there and see how big he really is. Okay, let me get this out the way. Now let me get my other G1 Prime here, so you can get a comparison of trailer size compared to the Masterpiece Prime. As you can see, he sits on the whole entire trailer, and that is G1 Prime sitting on top of MP10's trailer. And I'll just stick another G1 Prime on top of here, just so you can kind of see, you know, really cool figure. Now, where he kind of fails at a little bit, well, hold on, before that, let me get old Optimus Prime here. Get my Masterpiece Optimus Prime. Do a real quick, for shits and giggles comparison here. His scaling is really good with Masterpiece Optimus Prime. They are scaled to go together. As with all the Seeker jets, I didn't have time to bust them out real quick. Now, let's compare. Let's stick Optimus over here. Now, comparing for size-wise, let's go with my MP1 that I have. Now they're standing right next to each other, and as you can see, he is tiny compared to MP1. Let me get back, give you the full effect of the original Masterpiece Optimus Prime, which he is just a giant compared to MP10. And let's move Optimus out the way so I can stick Mr. Megatron over here, which is MP5, and as you can see, Megatron, the original Masterpiece Prime and Megatron just tower over MP10. They are huge compared to him. One thing I would like to see, though, that they're redoing the scale size, is that I would really love to see another Megatron. And I really hope that they do make another Megatron Masterpiece. That would just be freaking awesome if it did. Okay, this video has run extremely long. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe I'll do a part 2 because I really couldn't go over everything that I wanted to. Because I couldn't compare them with the Seekers. I don't like making really long videos. I'm rambling on here. But anyway, thanks for your time. Any questions, comment, please leave them. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.